Hi, I'm David Holub. This video discusses what you can do about your property losing its value because of contamination being found on your property that's come from your neighbor's property. What can be done if your property has been devalued or if you have suffered damages? First, there are two different types of theories amongst many that we try to focus on. One is trespass and one is nuisance. When you talk about trespass, for people who are coming onto your property without permission, think about the same thing of people putting pollution on your property without permission. That's what happens when there's a trespass underground and underground contamination of the water supply. Now, it doesn't matter that you're not drinking the water that is under your property. You may be getting water from a city supply, but if the groundwater underneath your property is contaminated with hazardous chemicals, those chemicals give off vapors. Those vapors can get into your home. Those vapors can, through absorption and breathing them in, can cause you harm, can cause harm to your pets, and certainly affect your property value. Now, I talked about trespass. The other theory legally is nuisance, since that's where fumes and other hazards have prevented you from using and enjoying your property. So imagine yourself living in a property that all of a sudden you find it's contaminated and you have to have air purifiers and scrubbers to even breathe in your home, or you're told to evacuate it by the environmental authorities. That is a pretty serious situation and what I would call a serious nuisance. So what kind of factors go into determining a devaluation of property? One, would somebody else buy it? Most likely, once it's contaminated, no. You may have health consequences that you could recover. Those would be for getting medical testing, periodic testing once a year to check for cancers that might be associated with the chemicals. You can recover for the damage to the use and enjoyment of the property, in addition to its devaluation. So just because it's devalued or has zero value after it has been contaminated, doesn't mean you have to necessarily move out of it and abandon it. You can continue to live there, but your usefulness of it has been diminished. All those are things that you can recover as an element of damages under the law. We have more information on our website about this kind of situation. If you do have questions, contact an attorney of your choice. Get some detailed advice. Thank you.